So this is the first nuke that I had made up from hive number 4. In the last video, that was the hive that I had thought about putting a second box on and then realized, maybe I'll make a nuke from it instead. So it turned out that I didn't make up just one nuke, I made up 2 nukes from it. This is a new location. This is at my place. And it's been a long time since I made up this nuke that I'll check for queen cells and see if they're making a new queen from it. The bees are always a little gentler if you just ease the lid off and don't expose them to bright light too suddenly, especially if it's a queenless hive like this. This is the one thing I don't like about 5-frame nukes. There's not very much space to take the 5th frame out. There we go. Take my watch off. Okay. So now this one, I forget where I put the brood, the frames of brood now. It's been a while. By now all that brood should have hatched out and there should be queen cells left over. Yep, it is a honey frame. I don't need to check that. Well, there's still some brood left over. It's probably the eggs and larvae that they didn't use. Now we need queen cells. It's too early for them to have a queen, but I'm checking the empty cells to see if there's any eggs. Oh, hello. They have a virgin queen already. Okay. I underestimated. Yeah, there's a virgin queen walking around there. They're usually hard to spot, but that was the first frame too, a virgin queen. Nice. Okay. So now I need to be careful how I put this back. I don't want her to get squished. Okay. Yeah, see how the bees are following her around? That's a queen, all right. So, okay, I can't put her in the hive when she's like that. That's so frustrating. Good grief. Come on, don't go on the side like that. Okay, there you go. Okay, she's going upwards. See, when you get Burcombe here, they're investigating it. You get a lot of bees here, so I'm just encouraging them off of that so that they don't get squished. is I don't like squishing bees if I don't have to. Okay, so these are the two nukes from the honey hive that I had pulled, the hive number 8. And they have penillion queens in them. Each of these have penillion queens that I got from one of my friends. Checking to see how they're doing. It's been 2 weeks since we put them in these boxes, I think. Okay, these are the two frames that I need to replace, and now they're in the right kind of box to do that in. Haven't stored much in this outer frame yet, but they've been working on drawing more comb. So it looks like they're going to fill it up one of these days. It looks like they're storing honey in here. Yes, honey in here. I see liquid. Yeah, see all that liquid? So this is a honey frame. Eggs. So if there's eggs, then that means that the queen has to be on here. In fact, all of this frame has eggs in it. I don't know if it'll show up, but yeah, there's nectar in here and then some eggs. Yeah. So you see eggs, that means that there's a good queen in here. Okay, so I'll show you why you use the right size frames in the first place. Because there is a huge buildup of comb down here. In fact, see all that? The actual frame is like, see all that white is the actual frame part, and then they just built their own comb down below. So that's why we use the right size frames to begin with. And yeah, same with the other one. So yes, I'll have to check. I'll have to check and see if the queen is in here, and if I'll need to do something with this soon. Can't leave it like this. I'll just cover these guys for now. I'll get a queen excluder. Okay. Okay, queen excluder and empty deep box. These will be good. Okay. So, a couple more frames. They're not the best looking ones, but this. Okay, so I'll just take these frames out. Hopefully the queen's not on here. Okay, I don't see her. Put it in here like this. Oh, there's the queen. She's actually laying an egg. Right there. See her? Yeah, there she is. There you go. Right there. She went there. Okay. Okay, so now I'll put these frames here to replace those. So queen excluder right here. And now hopefully, oh, no, it doesn't work. There. See, the burr comb was a little further down than the deep box. So the reason we did that is so that way the queen is downstairs, all the brood that is in the medium super frames are going to hatch, and then I can put those medium super frames back into a medium super box and use them as medium super frames. I don't have to use them as deep frames anymore. And the reason why I had to use those in the first place was because the hive that I was making these nucs from actually had a nest that involved 2 deep super boxes and 1 medium super box as part of the nest. And so the queen was laying eggs in all 3, and most of her good brood was in medium super frames, so I had to take a couple medium super frames out of that hive and put them in the nuc. And I didn't really have an easy way of getting those frames back and replacing them with frames that actually fit the box until now. So that's what that was all about right there. Okay, now that was nuc number 1, now nuc number 2. Oh yeah, there's going to be some honey in here. Yep, honey. And I don't see brood, so I'll need to pull a frame out to confirm that there is brood. Okay, there's going to be some eggs here. Yeah. Brood, eggs, a lot of eggs. A whole frame full of eggs. It's pretty much all I need to see. I don't need to tear their hive apart. So this nuc is doing well. Actually, it's not a nuc anymore. It's actually a hive.